Let's do it. It's Lo-Fi with Shane Cora. Maestro, I hear you. Yeah. Get your mind right. Can you dig it?
Good morning, powered people. It's Thema Sarah, the Womb Sauna practitioner. What a joy to just connect with you. It's been a while since I've had a chance to put something over the web just to inspire you and to keep you grounded and rooted in your healing work for your mind, your body, and your spirit. So really quickly, I'm going to talk to you about seed, time, and harvest. I was in meditation this morning and I heard crystal clear from Spirit that we need to really be grounded and confident in this law. It's a spiritual universal law of seed, time, and harvest. And it can be applied to so many different areas of your life. I was first introduced to this principle through my rearing in the Christian tradition. And having faith was so foundational to that spiritual system, and it's still so foundational to who I am today. I'm a deeply spiritual woman. And one thing that I have learned through doing my own womb healing work and healing and balancing the womb of my mind, the womb of my body, and the womb of my spirit is that you have to create a space in that work for divine participation. If you rely on everything that's in your hands to get you to the finish line, where is there room for what you can't hold? Where is there room for your ancestors, for God, for your higher power to participate in the work you are trying to accomplish? This not only applies to your health and the things that you're doing to heal yourself, but also to your business, to your passion, to your dreams, whether it is that you're an entrepreneur or you're a manager, whatever it is that you're doing. That principle of seed, time, and harvest will always play out whether you are conscious of how you activate it or not. So just imagine what happens when you become conscious of how to activate this principle. And this reminds me of an affirmation that I've been sharing with many of my clients and that I've been meditating on for the past couple of weeks, which says, when the universe says yes, how long will it take you to say, I accept? When you go before your altars, and I hope that each of you have a place in your home just for sacred space where you go and you meet with Spirit. When you go to that space with the intention of, God, show me the harvest. Show me the child that I've been trying to create and prepare my body for. Show me the wealth that I have been manifesting and chanting about and meditating on and doing vision boards about. Show me the freedom of being able to own all of my time in each day because I'm living the life I am here to live. Show me what it looks like to be fibroid free. Show me what it looks like to no longer have a painful cycle and scars and bruises and surgeries after surgeries. When you go to that space and you approach your higher power with those requests for those kinds of harvests, you know what Spirit says? Show me your seed. What are you sowing in your life to reap those results? What are you sowing in your life to reap those results? And then furthermore, there's a so important piece to this principle, time. So, yes, you sowed your seed last year. You began your work of healing your womb, creating balance between your mind, body, and spirit, trying to live the life of your dreams, right? But anybody who understands agriculture understands that when you plant something, no matter how good the soil may be, no matter how great the sun may shine, no matter how much sufficient rain you have, it still takes time for that seed to grow and become ready for being harvested. Seed, time, and harvest. I celebrate and I acknowledge divine timing in my life. What I have learned throughout my life, and I learned this principle as a very, very young child, that when it's time for me to move the hand of God in my life, when it's time for me to stand up in my full stature and create what I desire in my life, I have to plant a seed. I have to do what's necessary to make sure it grows. And then, oh baby, comes the harvest. And so I encourage each of you to take time today, you know, find a space where you can be still. You can place your hands on your womb. You can take some deep breaths. And you can say, all right, whatever, higher power that you connect with, you can stop and you can say, okay, I remember planting seeds of faith in my fertility. I remember planting seeds of faith and being fibroid free. Where's the harvest? Have I been a good steward of those seeds? Did I let them die in the ground? Did I nourish those seeds of faith properly? Faith without works is dead. So there's a thin line between fantasy and reality. My king brought this to my attention a few years ago before we even started dating, when we were just friends. And I remember we had a conversation about relationships and dating, and he was always saying, I'm looking for the perfect balance of my fantasy and my reality when it comes to a woman. And me, with my arrogant self, said, I'm already that. You just don't even see what's in front. No, in all seriousness, I realized what depth of wisdom was coming through what he was saying. There's a thin line between your fantasy and your reality. There's a thin line between faith and works. And it takes wisdom and maturity to be able to understand how to balance the two to create what it is that you want in your life, to manifest it. You want to manifest something? Take what is inside of you, your own divine gifts, strength, power, wisdom, and intellect, and then combine that with what Spirit has for you. And manifestation is inevitable. Whether it's business, wealth, health, whatever area of your life that it is, start practicing inviting divine participation through prayer, through meditation, through journaling, however you're most comfortable. When you go to your higher power, say, all right, I'm ready to receive the download. I'm ready to take what's out of my hands that I've been controlling and surrender it to you so that I can receive more. Acts of faith give you an opportunity to be vulnerable and to rest in spirit. To say, I allow my capacity to shift so that your capacity can come into my life and flow freely. It's powerful, and I still decree and declare that you're powerful enough to heal yourself, because that is the divine blueprint for how we manage our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. But never forget that you have to walk that journey with divine alignment, strength, resources, and wisdom. Because without our Creator, without Source, where will we be? There are a lot of things that we can control in this healing process. There are a lot of things we can control in our lives. But when it's time for you to evolve to a level beyond what you can see, that requires divine participation in your life. So thank you for your listening ear. I just wanted to inspire you to connect with your higher power today, to create opportunities for divine participation in your process of healing and evolving as the powerful, moving and shaking person that you are. And I also wanted to call you to take action today, to be still, to hear from Spirit what it is that you need in your life right now, to manifest what it is that you desire most. So, with that being said, I love you. I support your highest advancement in this life. And I want you to know that Thema has your back. All right, so be peace. Enjoy the rest of your day. And it's been bliss sharing these thoughts with you. Peace.